Hello everyone. I slept well, I can tell you that. And I apologize for this. And I took a good nap in a very cozy traffic jam in Krasnoyarsk. It filled me with good spirits. Thank you for being here. Anyways, it's our second day in Siberia, because yesterday we were in Novosibirsk, today we're in Krasnoyarsk. A big problem I want to touch upon is that what else is there to say? Many of you partners have seen things on YouTube, on Instagram, and we have Instagram, we have YouTube, of course, and we are in a pickle here, because I think half of you saw us perform yesterday, speak on stage yesterday, and while I was on my way here, I was trying to plan out this speech. For those of you who don't know us, my name is Kirill. We're going to introduce you to how we work and how we make money. We're here at the invitation of partners who really want the people who want to join us, to see us in real life. So at least if you've been following us for, well, 3 months, say, you know that the presentations, we try to condense them, and then we touch upon the products very quickly. And if you believe that some information is missing, you can study it elsewhere. There is a lot of information available out there. And then we will have questions and answers, because there is a lot of us and there is a lot of questions. We will have 2 microphones for that on either side of the hall, and I will be moderating it, calling you out to ask your questions, and it's going to take about 1.5 hours. All the partners who have been involved in the creation of our products in our company, except for one, because he's back in Kazan, working hard. And I think, well, he knows that flights take a lot of time, so he came up with a video to share some news. Some of you may have seen it yesterday, and it offers a lot of comments on how our website works and how our technical support works. So now we are going to spend about 90 minutes or 60 minutes to introduce you to our company. What we do is not gospel truth, and we do not claim it is. We proceed from a logic that we have, and we do not impose it on anyone. But this logic is about what we see as important, as what we believe in, what concerns us, what we can connect to internally on the inside, and what we work on as a team, having mutual obligations. So take a listen now. I'm not asking you to accept it, or I'm not telling you to say, oh, your products are cool. You have to understand where we're coming from, and then you have to decide for yourselves whether you can use our products or not, whether you can work with us or not, whether to agree to the terms of your partners or not. So everything we say is our interpretation of the reality we live in, with a faith in the future that we want to achieve. So now there is about to be a 30-minute backstory as to how we originated, and at each conference I try to do it from a different perspective, and I recall this perspective because it's all about making money, right? And one of the things that seemed very significant to me back at the time was why some people get money much more quickly than others, and some people say that maybe they visualize or picture money better. It's an esoteric way of looking at it. But the money you have now, is it really your worth, or maybe you're discarding options and opportunities that seem too far-fetched for you. And it's like, I know, I say it living in the context of a bum. I know it may sound rude, and so you have this habit of refraining from things, of not allowing you to do things. When you really desire something, crave something, but you keep postponing it, and then you have developed this habit of postponing it. So in the brain, you have this area of your dreams, something you want. But still, you're used to what you have, so you're used to wanting but not getting. And we fall into the trap of these automatic reactions or responses to money at some point in time. And also, somewhere along the way, I started thinking about goals and money being a goal. Money as a goal. I'm writing it down here. And the first thing that I always throw out is how should we live? Everyone knows what money is. No need to explain it. If you know, in order to buy a cell phone or to buy something, even you have to pay for where you're sleeping to know that you can wake up in the morning. And, well, for example, start telling people that you don't need money. Everyone knows that people need money. Second thing, money as a goal. Some people want to see money as just, well, their earnings, but nothing happens in their life. We know what goals are. We know what money is. There is lots of literature on that. We all know what goals are. It's the second thing here. There is much more literature on that. There's lots of experts on goal setting, on time management, team management, managing your sales in order to make money. Some workshops and trainings to make money. There is millions of them, but still we're always in that uptight zone, and we don't really get what we want most of the time. Training now. How to train yourself in having a wealth of things, and taking pleasure, indulging in what you have. But still, everyone has that longing to expand their life, to expand their space, and this longing to have more space, more room in my life. At some point in time, because I was dissatisfied with not having something that I could have, it brought me down. And I started thinking, how come someone has this money and I don't? Because we all have goals. Everyone has goals, because I'm 100% sure if I tell you, raise your arms if you have goals, you will all raise your arms. So money has to be a goal. You want to make more money, you have to plan it out in a notebook or something, in a notepad. Some are speakers inspiring others to make money. Others are there disappointing people. But still, you don't have as much money as you want most of the time. Here's the kicker here. Now, a lot of people they are hung up on words. I was hung up on words. I kept telling myself, I want money, I want money, I want money like crazy. I wanted to have a big car. I didn't want to buy trips in advance. I wanted to do it like as a last moment, as a last minute thing. Before the pandemic, where you could travel around the world. And this word, I want it, was like the answer. But no, it wasn't really. So then I started thinking about psychological models of money in my goals, converting into money in my wallet. So a goal is some vision of the future that I have. And then I realized, oh, this word I wanted didn't work. I kept studying things. I studied a lot of things to see how your mindset should change, where it should snap, where it should click in your head to open you up to money. And all those courses and trainings you have there give you no guarantees. Everybody's talking about abstract things, giving some isolated cases, if you will, because statistics-wise, well, one successful case against a million lost cases is nothing. The likelihood of that successful case happening as compared to a million lost cases, unsuccessful cases, means nothing. So I decided to move from the word I wanted to the word it's important to me. How can I tell that it is important for all of you to have come here to wait this bald guy who was late, who was 20 to 30 minutes late, because you're still here. You were whistling, hinting that it's no good thing to be running late. It's this very simple technique when you in life, when you understand that the word I wanted doesn't mean whether you will get it, but it's important means it. And once you have this idea, you have because it's all important stuff that we do in our lives. We don't do unimportant stuff, small stuff. Even when you are looking at your phone, following Instagram stories, at this point in time, it may seem like the most important thing in your life. And do you want to know how I know it? Because you're doing it. You're going about doing it. The act of doing it means it. How can you know? I have on Instagram I have this post. I have this thing in the morning. I wake up 30 minutes earlier than I should because it's easier for me to succumb to the temptation. You know what I do? I turn up the tap in my shower and I just sit there and watch the water as the shower is down. It's just my thing, but it's stupid. It's a stupid thing, but it's my thing. Everyone has that thing when they're just sort of messing up, or they're just dicking around. So this word, it's important to me. What you're doing is important to you. And if you believe that you deserve a different life and other models of consumption, some other or a different set of skills, you have to see what is important to you, because any activity you engage in is important to you. Once I had this epiphany, I came up with this phrase. For example, do I have to strap myself in when I'm driving or not? Everyone's got their hundreds of interpretations for that. But if it's important to you, you will put your seatbelt on. Should I cheat on my husband? See, you can cheat on him, or you can not cheat on him. It depends on whether it's important to you. If you believe it's important to you, if you decide so, and it simplifies things. Yes, being honest with yourself about reality, sometimes it's a hard thing to do. Sometimes, maybe it's important to you to go through a lot of trials and tribulations to get money, to be put through the ringer to get this money. All this burden of problems weighing down on your shoulders. It takes trial, it takes loss, it takes some separation. The reason why I know that's important to me is because I'm living like this, or I could be living like this at some point in time. So I came up with a number of studies on the word important, and then I realized that the amount of money that I had was not enough. I would look for where more money was. If it wasn't important to me, I would say that no, I don't need more money. It doesn't matter to me. I want you all to be asking the same questions based on the amounts of money you have in your wallets now. So this word important became the cornerstone for me. I still work with words. I want it, I need it, but once you focus your brain and you shine a beam on what is happening in your life and whether it's important, yes, at some point in time, oversleeping for an hour may be important, following Instagram may be important, not delivering on a promise may be important. If you don't want it, you have to change your life step by step. You have to move this important concept toward more important things. So Bitcoin was like that for me because I was in denial about it. Sometimes it's like this a phantom thing. I'm still in denial about it because I believed it was nothing for 4 years. And see, like those 4 years of me believing it was just crap left a mark. You may have changed your mindset, maybe you're making money out of it, but still you have those habits inside of you that may surface sometimes. So you have to work with your habits and your denial. So Bitcoin, at some point in time, was just a black box for me that produced some vague effects. And what I did not understand was all crap for me. And I caught myself thinking back at the time that I knew how to make money because I was running a business. I knew how things worked. I knew how you got profit margins. And I knew how to generate profits. And I met Marat Sabir, who's going to talk today. He says, sometimes I make 7 to 20% per day because I was involved with an investment platform, and for me 7 to 20% was per year was very insane for me. And here it was 5 to 20% per day. So when I heard it, I was so surprised, and it became important for me to understand how it works. So I no longer denied it, and I decided to dive into it, because there is lots of information flowing through ourselves. I came up with this metaphor yesterday. There is lots of information passing through us, but only the important stuff sticks with you. And for the most part, we don't really learn things in our lives. We sometimes learn things just to back up the knowledge, old knowledge that we have in our head. And money, it goes from weak hands to strong hands, from weak markets to strong markets. And it's never stable. If you're following the economy, the markets, it's always flowing. Money always flows. No stagnation, no static. If you want your money to be static, it won't work, because what is happening around you just is not aligned with you. I'm just a droplet, and you're droplets in this global ocean of information and people. So I realized that I needed everything that passed through me to stick with me. And the same applied to money, and I allowed it to move through me. His method of operation was simple. Whenever he bought 100,000 bitcoins in bulk, he sold 110,000 bitcoins per day. And could do it a few times per day, and sometimes it was 40% of profit, of interest per day. And my mind was blown. Honesty. It is yet another important word for me, because everyone's following their curve or spiral in their development. And at that moment, I wanted to follow the reactions that were happening within me, to investigate them. So I wanted to investigate it, and I enjoyed it. I got a kick out of it. I knew that I was messing with my psyche, because there are people who invest 5 million rubles in their apartments to rent it out for 15,000 rubles per month. Well, it's not my thing. I'm not saying it's a bad investment. It is my interpretation. And in terms of classic investments, it is my opinion is wrong. But See, making your apartment or building or real estate pay off for 10 years is not something I understand. You should never start a business by building, by buying a building or a house. You should rent it because, I mean, it's 500 months. 10 years, and within that time your business may go belly up. But I enjoyed this model, and we started to grow our capital, and then it was 1 million, 10 million, 100 million. But my brain kept working. Making money was not the most important thing for me. Saving, preserving it, I mean not losing it, was one of the biggest focus of attention, because when you're scared to lose your money, you will most likely lose it. It's like when you're trying to drive around a tree. If you're riding a bike, you will most certainly hit it. So saving it is very important. Not losing it is very important. I knew that I had one instrument, and so the likelihood was 50 to 15. 50% that I make it, and 50% I don't make it. And no matter how good an expert I was at it. But what if it goes away with the dodo, the Bitcoin? What if all markets crash? And I know how money flows, how it goes from weak hands to strong hands, from weak markets to strong markets, and I could have missed something. So it's always a 50 to 50 bet for me. So what do you do to reduce that 50% likelihood of losing money? You can expand the set of instruments that you use. Then I met Albert, this Forex expert, a guy who showed me that 50% per day in gold to euro and other pairs was possible. We were just looking for ways to reduce this negative likelihood. When you divide your conditional $1,000 in two, it's 500, and another 500, both working to make 2 to 5% per day. And I felt safer back then, but I still had that drive to keep working. But it was still not enough. Then we were introduced to the third instrument, the Chicago futures contract that Edward offered, and Edward will be speaking today, telling you how money is generated within our system. And it got a good start there. So how can you save it? You need to increase the number of instruments that work to boost your capital. And even if one of the instruments doesn't work, I can make it back in case of a negative occurrence, or I could make more by increasing the likelihood, not any guarantee, but the likelihood of making money, of profits. Yesterday it was 75 instruments that we had, I think. I mean, as of yesterday we had 75 instruments. So, say you divide this conditional $1,000 into many 15 dollars, and the traders are trading them. Even if 1/3 doesn't breaks even, or if there is 1.5 losses, which is the maximum, still I get my 2 to 3% always, because the others give me that money, except for when markets are closed or there were some other problems. This is the basic Finico product, and it's called CTI index, the basic product, which we measure in cypherons, equaling 1 USDT, American dollar. Here's how it works. Very simple. Okay, a person can say, I may not like you, but I like how money works, and I would like to see how you could make my money work. Okay. Okay, we have these three CTI, three indexes concept, each equaling 1,000 cypherons. which equals 1 USDT. So it works on a daily basis, and on the 4th or on the 5th day you'll get your first accrual. Once I get registered in my back office, I see the date of purchase and the date where I'm getting my first accrual from this index, my first payment. And then it's on a daily basis to deposit money and to withdraw money. It's 20 days, and the withdrawal lasts about 96 days. I gotta clarify it you gotta clarify these rules on the website, but it's like a set period of time, and the minimum amount to be withdrawn is 100 cyfrons, if my memory doesn't fail me. So this is our basic qualification. Then the other 30% goes to the traders, and 30% is kept by the company. I mean, it's the guys who have arranged and set up this process. It's this Tomilam principle. Historian says that the 30% is made by the army, the other one by the warlord, the other 30 by the warlord, and the other 30% by the country. And this is the Tomilam principle. And this product really went over with a bang. And it's the most sought after, the one that's clear to everyone and very understandable. And it is all related to the word important. When something is important to you, you start planning it out. I derive the biggest pleasure from reading comments where I see that people have finally started to plan things. I demand it from my people who are in the who are our partners, who may have started out as skeptics. As they progress, they start to change their habits and their ways of life. And then we started coming up with products that teach you investments, how to make investments. This is the basic products, but there is always the drive to make more money. So it's another type of investment, but from a different perspective. It's called repay your debt for 35%, and I've know a thing or two about bailiffs because my business was directly related to that. So here's how it works. And it's very simple. It's going to take me 30 seconds to tell you about that. So you pay 35% to have your debt repaid in 10 months. And this is the end of it. Okay, say you have 1 million rubles in arrears. You pay 350,000 rubles, and within 10 months, in equal installments, you will get the money to pay it back. It's like the index. When you're talking to a person about investments, it's not. They don't always understand that they can invest money to pay back their debts. So it's easier to introduce people to that by things like that. This is when the concept, not clients for Finnico Bathinko, for clients came to be. And what I always demand is that it's not, you shouldn't always introduce yourself as a Finnico guy. You should not wave our flag everywhere. No, 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 no. When you're smiling, talking to everyone, saying that you have no loan problems, that you have bought a new car, a new apartment through Finnico, I appreciate that. You have to understand why you have chosen Finnico. You have to choose Finnico to solve your financial issues. The second thing, the second product is buy the car of your dreams for 35% and buy an apartment for 35%. The reason why it's a 35% is because it's based on a mathematical model that we can, based on reinvestments. Say you want to buy a car, an apartment costing 3 million rubles. So you pay 1,050,000 rubles plus some fees, but they're very small. And for that amount, over 4 months, which is 120 days. 120 days. you get to own without having to stand around in line. Just like that. These are the three key things I've told you about 100 times. This is a 101st time. And then you go to the invest box in your bank office, which is a visualization of your dream based on all no matter how you're looking at it esoterically. So in the invest box is the best way to catch your car or an apartment like that. We have over 1,000 cases. We have tens of thousands of people paying back their debts using our product. And you can find all these stories on the Finico channel on YouTube. You can see good reviews that we film on our own. There are people who film their own stories that all support. So what I'm telling you about, look at what their faces are, the expressions on their faces. It's priceless. People who have bought apartments, thank you very much. I know that such people mark me in their stories on Instagram. Sometimes I don't reply, but I see them all when you're sharing some joy. I appreciate that very much. So you can check it out. You can always say no, but first take your time to check it out to see how it works. But we didn't stop there, because as our company grew, as the set of our products grew, we kept introducing new values to our company. Creating a masterpiece is one of the values. So it's based on the principle of coming up with some super duper thing. No matter where you're working, you can still create masterpieces. Everyone's always trying to create a masterpiece. So we are now working to create this. One of the masterpieces that we created, marketing-wise, was Finico Life and Finico product. So this is how we call it, whether it's product or product. Pretty similar, and they are there to finance your life. You all know the word life. Now we have some foreign partners. And I think across 165 countries. And they say that we're a global company from Russia that offers these products to 165 countries. Imagine that. So Finico Life helps your financial life. Well, you have children, you know it. Well, it takes money from the very cradle when you just you have to spend 300 or 500 rubles here and there every day by going through all those stores, toy stores and regular stores. And as your kids grow up, you have to provide for them. But you can use passive income to pay for that. Everyone's thinking about it, but investing and getting passive income to spend it on their children is not something that everyone can achieve. And so Finico Life helps you get this passive income. It's like this mini CRM system to finance your current needs, like children-related needs, your utilities bill, some medication, because if you're sick, you need some medication on a regular basis, different types of therapies, and the list goes on based on what you need. So why Finico? Not why the client, but Finico. When you think about that, you can basically get your financial needs in the right order in your life and plan it out. For example, you know you need 5,000 rubles to treat yourself, so you come up with an invest box, you choose it, you set the frequency, say once a month, once a quarter, once in 6 months, once a year, once a week, and the system calculates the initial amount and the amount to be deposited. Then you set a date, and on that date you get the money, you withdraw it, and without losing the initial amount, you finance your current needs, financial liabilities. It's very important to any person who seeks success in this life, because success is determined not only by having money, but by the ability to clear your brain of routine needs and make them automatic, requiring less energy and spending your energy on development, evolution, advancement, learning, education, and not look at these routine things. So it helps you automate the payment of these needs, so that you don't have to think about financing all that for the next year or two, and now you can spend not 5,000 or 10,000 rubles on your children, because sometimes you may want to your children to get a new coach, to go to a different school, a different university, which is better. So you have to create these automatic things which will simplify your life. Finico product, same thing, very simple. Say, you are going to need 100,000 rubles to buy some expensive thing in 4, 5, or 6 months, and based on how long you can wait, you deposit 30, 40, or 50%, and then you buy it either for 30,000 rubles, but in 7 months, if it's 40,000 rubles you deposit, you will get it in 5 months, if I'm not mistaken, and you will get it in 4 months if you deposit 50% of that amount. There are 3 ways of doing that, of using this product. I saw a number of stories while I was on my way here. Someone bought a phone, someone paid for a trip in advance, and somebody paid for something. So it depends on your imagination and on your standards of living, and you can use this product to pay for that. And this is where we got our international ambitions. At some point in time, it became important to us not only to come up with a product, but we wanted to show people what was behind it, the whys and wherefores behind it. How can I motivate people to keep it working? How do I make sure that our company doesn't fall apart in 3 years? So I decided that if we don't take our goals beyond the confines of our lives and going, for example, international, we may lose that energy that we have now and this frivolity that we have now. When you have that drive, you're really focused and eager, and you're just doing it all. But when you just lose interest in it, because we are always kind of acting up at our conferences. We're not hashing things over, rehashing things. I'm trying to work up each and every speaker before they go on stage, so that they can even outdo themselves. And this is one of the goals. So one of the goals was to create this international cashback service. It's called Cashback Service, or CBS. This is how it spells out. Cashback Service. And CBS 1, the one and only, and this is the position we wanted to have it in the world. Works very simple, much like any other product that we have. The previous drawbacks of the cashback services available were the limitations, because once I buy a product or something, I get some scores or some points, but I don't want the system to fool me, to trick me. Because sometimes it's like a store I never go to. I want to spend my points or my wherever I want. So here you can get your money back no matter what you buy, no matter where on the globe. So we decided to mess around with it, so to say, to act up, to cause some ruckus. So it's any store. You can spend it at any store, and you can buy something at any store, no matter what it is. But you have to get a receipt, a standard receipt, and this is when things were set in motion, and you get back between 15 to 25%. 15 to 25%, I repeat, of the what you buy. Say you fill your car up for 1,000 rubles and you get back 250 rubles, not in bonuses, but which you can spend only at this gas station, but you can spend it at some other gas station. Say you go grocery shopping and you buy it for 1,000 rubles, and then you can spend it 250 rubles some other place. No matter where, no matter what you buy on the globe. And this helps our partners go international, do business internationally, globally. There are some index-dependent people, as I call them, or index-addicted people. It's like a new drug, mental drug. And sometimes we become the slaves to the product that we have known all along, though we have progressed on it. But the index is a basic scale, and it's really high risk. And we wanted to take the risk a lot or down to minimum. So there is very minimum risk involved. It's people who want to save money can join it. Even those guys who say 25% of cash back, oh, I think it's crap, but still their curiosity will be piqued. So, by posting this information about the cash back, you will still get some additional income by working for 1 week because you're using it. The people around you see it. The people around you see how it works. And you can get 100 people in that thing because they will be able to buy things and save money on that. You can only do it. There is nothing to it. It's no-brainer without really involving them in some investment company. So it was a challenge for me to go global, and all the trainings I hold for our company, whenever I do it, I ask, how come you're not a global entrepreneur? You should ask yourself, can I ever be an entrepreneur, a multi-level marketing entrepreneur who can get audiences like I can now? And I think this is a great way to fulfill your ambitions. And it doesn't stop there. We have lots of products. But here, where I would like to pause for a while and go back to where I started, honesty and studying money. It became important to me at some point in time to get money in my life, and I went to this place I knew nothing about, which I thought was a lie, which I thought was based on deception. Like I said yesterday, I was kind of gleeful when the Bitcoin plummeted, and I remember that. I felt this sincere load being lifted off of my shoulders because I knew that the market would fall. I knew that I should not get involved with that, and I was glad that some other guys had lost their money. But you have these thoughts. Everyone's got these thoughts. Sometimes it's hard to admit it, but you have that, and I have to admit that you have this behavior. When I connected the dots, when I realized that, once I kind of became this tabula rasa, a clean slate, I thought I had known how to make money, even I was lacking money, and this is when. But when I became a clean slate, I got new opportunities, so great opportunities for discovering new things and learning new things. So that's it for me. Thank you. Thank you. We're going to keep at it, and you're going to see Edward Sabirov. Oh, the handsome guy. Hi. So, any conference that we hold gives us a chance to see each other more because we've been Skyping and Zooming lately, and I use Skype because I'm an old guy. Because I still say Skype. I know it's a obsolete thing, but still. Edward will tell you how we make money, and he will tell you about it as a trader because I was telling you about that as an entrepreneur. Hey there, everyone, I'm Edward Sabirov. In a month, it will have been 12 months that I have been involved in trading, and I think I'm a good expert on that. And I'm going to introduce you to how we distribute money, where the money goes, the stock exchanges, how it happens, the rules of our company, the rules kept by the traders, what latitude they have, and what restrictions they have. First slide now. This is the first slide, and it shows you how the money is distributed, where it goes, where it's traded. The brokers we work with, I won't name them all because there is quite a number of them. You can check it out on the official group that we have in VK. It's the Chicago Stock Exchange, the Moscow Stock Exchange, different currency exchanges. And I'm not naming instruments. Could you go back? You have confused the slides. Thank you. We are using cryptocurrency stock exchanges like BitMEX, Binance, and Forex. It's the currency pairs that are traded there mostly. But now I will tell you about the number of instruments that we have. Our traders trade only futures contracts of various nature, all contracts, Nasdaq, indexes, and all that. On the Chicago Stock Exchange, this is what was on the previous slide. Here you can see the Moscow Exchange. Next slide. This is what we trade in cryptocurrency, but usually here we use these most volatile cryptocurrencies, and it's opposition transactions here, mostly less intraday transactions, and the Forex is the prevalent one with lots of currency pairs that you can see there. And the reason why there are so many of them, because there is lots of traders who are used to Forex, and when they join us, we ask them, what do you want to work with, and what are the instruments, and they tell us the instrument, and then we introduce them to our agenda, and now they get on with the job. Now we have 79 instruments there. Next. All the money that we get is divided into 79 instruments, and this is how we minimize risk. However, it's not enough because there are some rules that I have developed within the last 12 years that I've been doing it. It's called deposit distribution. I distribute it or divide it into 3 parts. 30% of the deposit is used for intraday trading. Those are short trading that are opened and closed within 1 day. 30% is used for position trading. Those are middle term transactions from 1 week to, say, 3 months. And 40% is what remains is the reserve that stays there. How come? Because it's easier to build back what you may lose when you have 40% as opposed to 30%. Also, we have this rule, 2 stops per day. It's the maximum loss you can make per 1 deposit, 1.5% per day. However, there is another rule. Some stops depend on the traders. Next slide. Next one. Stops at the expense of traders. I will clarify now. Say, each and every trader I have makes quite good money. It's 100% per month, but I keep 25% on the deposit that they work with, and 75% is paid to them as their salary. And say, those guys may want to do some transaction. They see that it's all right. However, the loss is lower than 1.5%, then it's their own money that they are risking. And this is, I knew that this was the right model when I did it, and the traders don't seem to mind. Now we have 75 official traders within our company, and they have been with us for quite a while, and they're satisfied completely. They make their own decisions. How? each and every morning I tell them to send me their analyses of what they're going to trade today. The instruments, I look at this shitload of pictures and then I put them right. If I see they have made a mistake, if there is no mistake, I green light it, and then at the end of the day we see whether their scenario has played out or not, whether they have been in error, where they have been in the right. We got 75 traders, and it's not the ultimate goal, let me tell you. I was just chatting with the department from Irkutsk, and they gave me some good news, and it blew me right away. Right now, we are verifying and training 300 persons ready to work for our company, in essence. But I will keep them on hold for a while. But when we have 375 traders, it will be a big thing. Making decisions on their own, it will minimize risks. Even better than just plainly distributing instruments. For those who are in the know, we used in November last year, as proof, we opened the interactive and Forex accounts, 2 accounts. They are still trading, and there is pretty good profits, and we show reports every week. Then we offered you to open an account, put a $1,000 there, and we would show you how it works. And then I got a lot of blowback because I got a 1 million, well, basically 1 million applications in my people kept telling me, how come you won't open an account for me? And there were many applications that you could process that of people wanting us to trade their money. So I decided to keep just those statements of our public accounts. I have one Forex account and one interactive brokers account. The deposits for the interactive brokers was $10 million. For the Forex account, it was, I think, with the Forex account, I think it was $1 million. If you want something else, we've got lots of comments and reviews from guys who have recorded videos about the traders from our company having traded their accounts, which you can check out on YouTube, and all those guys seemed pleased. Public account statements, I can, well, unveil them now. This is not a public account, this one. It's the Moscow Exchange account, because people wanted me to show it. We started to trade on the 1st. Here you can see RTS future accounts. You can see all the positions, and on the 9th of October, it was 10 million rubles. On the account of one trader, and he got to keep 3 million of that. Pretty good, huh? Next slide. Here we can see a report from the Forex account, and you can see all those purchases and sales. We can see long transactions and short transactions, because sometimes people get the impression that we make money only when markets grow. No, we make pretty good money when markets fall too. This account I told you about had a deposit of $1 million. Right now, this deposit is $2,841,000. Ain't bad, right? We made 13% last week. It's the interactive brokers account now, which started out with the amount of $10 million on it. Now it's $20 million, so as of October the 2nd, and 21,400,000 as of October 2020, and we made 7% last week. You may say it's not much, but the trader made 25% just in one day on that account. I guess you got lazy for a few more days, so it's all good. Here you can see oil contract related transactions. Anything else there? Oh, okay. This is a very, well, shall I say, young, but not a rookie trader who made a pretty good buck here. Lots of transactions. The net profit is $315,000, and the initial balance was $100,000 when the account was opened. That's it. This is how we make money. And now I will tell you how you can make. Well, engross yourself into this world. Throw yourself into this world. To sense it, to get a sensation of that. People ask me, explain it to me, explain me to understand your reports, teach or train me to trade. So the next step in this regard will be this product I'm going to announce now. Copy Trade 24 is what it's called. The idea behind it is that every person can keep track of how our traders are trading with those people making money, and then they will want to dive into this world deeper, because then they will know that you can make this much money, and then they will want to get trained, and you will get the online school for trading. That is our next product in the pipeline coming down the pike. But now let's check out CopyTrade. This is the interface. Here, this is where you get your authorization. If you're a registered user, if you're not registered, you have to get registered, which is logical. And then you will get to see three basic tariffs for you to choose from. The first one is where you deposit $1,100 on the platform. Here's how it's going to work. It's about copying trades. In order for you to copy trades, you have to open an account with some broker company like IC Markets, because we are using it and we believe it's a good company. So you deposit $1,000. It's your broker's account. We can't do anything with this money or to this money. This is your money that we will be trading. Then you access the platform. You deposit $1,100, and this is the money that the company gets to keep if the offer contract is executed. Then each and every day our traders will be trading your money every day, and your broker account will see the same transactions happening. Once you reach $3,300 on your deposit, the $1,100 you deposited first will be kept by the trader, and you will get to keep the $3,300. And this is the main tariff. Is kind of bigger. You deposit $10,000 with the broker companies, at $10,000 to deposit with the platform. Once you reach $23,000, I try to make it very clear so that I draw it home. If you have still some questions, I will answer them in the Q&A session. Thank you. Now we're moving on, and the next session, Maran. Is it Marat or Ruslan? Okay, Ruslan. Ruslan is the guy, like I said yesterday, first bothered the heck out of me, but then as he kept badgering me and bothering me, he came up with a good offer and presentation of what could be reinforced or stepped up in our company. So he started dealing with technical things, he fine-tuned things, and now he's going to present a product that is coming out within 1 month that many people have been craving. But it's up for debate, because if you have introduced yourselves to our product, all of our products, you will find great products. But sometimes if you It's about CRM. If you want to negotiate people, you need to offer them multitudinous options. Sometimes we can send videos on social networks and want to see some feedback. Sometimes we don't get any feedback. Now Ruslan will tell you how his technology will help you engage with your partners. Good evening, everyone. Krasnoyarsk. Well, Kirill mentioned this thing or concept, global entrepreneur. And while I was listening to it, I realized that what I'm going to tell you now will allow you to get you to this concept more quickly. My name is Ruslan Huzin. I've been in business for 8 years, and I've been a multi-level marketer for 6 years. I went from being a newbie to a top leader with my team having a turnover of $1.5 million. In the past 8 months, I've been involved with info business, cosmetologists, stylistics, SMM experts, psychologists, teaching them how to drive up sales. I've been with Finico ever since July this year. And when I joined it, I just wanted to be an investor to make some passive money, passive income. But at some point in time, I had a hunch, and a voice told me that I needed to delve into this project. So I set aside 2 days to really dive into it. I studied all the documents there were to make all the interviews, how to make money interviews, and all the interviews of Kirill, and then I realized that this Finico project was a great thing and a genius also one. And when you combine multi-level marketing with it, I realized that I could start recommending this platform to people, and by relying on my multi-level marketing experience and info business experience, I got a few ideas how to drive up the efficiency of partnership programs. And this is a product I'm going to introduce you to tonight. Imagine this: you got a buddy, or just a person you know, that you would like to tell more about Finico, who just that person calls you, and you send them that link, which tells them about how this company works and how it makes money. But you don't call them back, and you just go to your back office and see whether how interested that person may be without any other actions. Say his name is Ivan or Vasily, and he's a Finico.com partner. You're a newbie. You don't know how that person can be trained. Or maybe you're a leader with a large team. You've got too many people behind you, and you have no time to train that person. So you send that link to that person. The person registers on the platform, and you don't have to spend any time to train that person, because that person will take all the courses to be trained on their own. And this is how OneLinks.com came to be. It's very simple. One link, a single link, and it kind of aligns with what this platform does. You send one link to a guy, and they investigate it, they study it. Or, for example, you know nothing about cryptocurrency. No matter where you are in that place, you just get registered, and you dive into it to see what it is. This is what it's going to look like, this platform. The main section will feature video instructions on how to use these platforms, the advantages, the upsides, the benefits, etc. And then you will get the training section. Imagine all the information available on YouTube now being available here. And if you really don't want to combine all this information as opposed to surfing YouTube and all the websites, the whole array, the whole bulk of this information will be stored there. A roadmap with step-by-step instructions. What is Finico? How to make money? How to register? Well, the progress will be shown here, and the rating will be shown here also. Multi-level marketing is a teamwork business for me. Uh, the way I see it, you get to be a leader when you have leaders much like yourself on your team. For this, an ecosystem is needed where such leaders may be nurtured. So, the training section will feature training courses from top leaders starting from star 8, as we decided yesterday. So any leader who has something to share, where they are well versed in how to achieve star 10, how to broadcast live, how to do things on social networks and media, how to make money off of cryptocurrency. It will be all given there, and you will also be able to rate things on your own. Okay, next slide. Here is what it's going to look like on the inside. This is a roadmap. And there you can watch video courses, video lessons. You watch the video. Each video will have a description of this lesson. You can like it or unlike it, much like on YouTube. In the top right corner, you will see your progress as per each lesson. Another important thing here is for us to track how good and understanding you have of the material. Also, there will be a test. You will be tested. Basically, when you're watching a video by some leader or some course by some leader, the leader themselves will check the course, and there is this great button in which you can use it to write to your curator. There will be a chat in the platform where you can chat with your curators or supervisors. If you're watching a video by some leader, you will get to interact with the curator of the author of this video. The testing platform is also very smart. Here, if you answer a number of questions wrong, you will have to rewatch the video or undertake the test. Take the test again. If you pass it, you will go to the next lesson. Well, the Finico.com is developing rapidly with new products coming out all the time. So if you have 100% progress, still new products will be coming out. You will see updates. Just click on them and get tested again. Then there on top you see all the leaders, and there you'll be able to see all the menu of all the courses, or all the courses of each and every leader or person there. This is your personal account. This is your back office where you can see the analytics, the amount of money made, the views, and the ratings of videos. The activities section. We don't want to have a time pad here, so we're going to post all of our events for partners here, and you will be able to buy tickets. In this section, we know that leaders are accustomed to holding live courses, so a leader or a course author can create a live training, and the system will notify you so you can buy tickets. This is the training filter based on your current skills, whether you're a newbie or a pro. The amount, the price tag on that course is also given there. This is the slides section where you can find slides, because it's very important for some to do some webinars, to broadcast live, or for physical meetings with your buddies, for them to be introduced to the products of the company. And this is my favorite info package section. Finico. I mean, I'm pretty sure some of you still hold physical meetings, and when we're asked to send some information following that meeting, we give them 100 of links, and it's hard to track or to check whether those persons have seen or watched all of our links. Sometimes we may feel embarrassed about writing them back, whether they have gone to the links or not. Now it's very simple, and now you can basically check it You see what is important for that or this person in particular, whether it's real estate or buying a car, and then you send them what they want, and they get this landing page where they can watch all the videos, where they can register first and watch the videos. Next slide. And you have to go to the candidates section and check out the analytics, the progress of what that person has viewed, to see what is interesting for the person and what is not. It's easy to call a person who is very interested in something as opposed to a person who has no interest. If you have some activity planned for tomorrow, say call up Chulpan at 3 p.m. tomorrow, and the system will send you a push notification to call up Chulpan. And this is will help you to shorten this conversion from potential clients to real clients. That's it. Thank you very much. Okay, you did better today than you did yesterday. Leaders from Start Aid who have been looking to come up with some information product for a long time, send your applications to this email. We will be looking forward to them. Rustam, thank you. See? I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the way he delivered it. Now I see why we need it, because onelinks.com will be this filter of precise information. Because when someone is trying to limit me, I kind of get bothered, because I really want to see everything. I want to really dive deep into all information available. But this platform will offer you true and relevant information, and now I see why we need it. Thank you, Ruslan. Now we're waiting for leaders who could basically come up with some videos from you, from leaders, so that you come up with your courses and videos. It will not only help you step up your game, but you will also hone your influence skills. Is it Murat? Who will go first for the video? Is Anastasia, do we have the video from the technical support department and from Zygmunt? Okay, put it on. Hello, I will be talking to you online today, and I will be answering frequent questions that come to technical support and share some news with you. Exchanging ciphers to USDT will be no longer used, since our company receives lots of applications because of delays related to cipher to USDT exchanges. Our company has decided to discard it because technical issues that happen are not the fault of the IT department. They take some manual work from the IT department, and from now on you can only exchange ciphers to Bitcoin. Office statistics now: all sales that you make in your actual or virtual office will be shown in the office section. This section can be seen only by those users who registered their account as the office owner, showing you all sales statistics, and you'll be able to track your volumes. Index voucher. How can a user buy one index for 1,000 ciphers? 1. Personal recommendations to the tune of 10,000 ciphers in the first line for indexed to our cashback service, and these personal recommendations, the first line will be summed up. Say you have 4,000 cipherons of personal recommendations and 6,000 index personal recommendations, which makes 10,000 in the first line, and you get the right to buy one index. This is the first thing. The second thing, or the second way, you can increase your turnover by 50,000 cipherons, not over some fixed period of time. It will be like a cumulative. You can drive up your turnover by 50,000 cipherons, and you get one voucher to buy one index for 1,000 cipherons. This is one of the ways to buy an index for 1,000. Now Anton Samikin to share some other news with you. Hey everyone, taxes now. As of now, the taxes section applies only to Russian residents. Soon our company will have a partner website where Russian residents will be able, on their own, based on detailed instruction, to fill in their tax returns in compliance with tax legislation, submitted through the tax authority or the online application. The cashback service will be accrued daily now. It used to be that a user got cashback only once a month for 5 months. The new model sees users getting cashback over 150 days. Say I buy something that costs $100. I attach the receipt starting from tomorrow. Over 150 days, I will be receiving cashback for that. The first Thursday of November is the expected date of launch. Today, on Thursday, the marketing plan is updated. Director of Network, Vice President, President, and Company Counselor are the new statuses. Now, leaders, Star 10 leaders can join the platform, access the platform, and see what they need to do to get the new status. That's it. If you have some questions, write to finico.com, to technical support, to the chat, and follow news on official sources. And when they're doing it from far away, it's much better and funnier. Anton, okay, keep going. So these are the news. If you have some questions, yesterday, we had the same thing, and sometimes if you have some questions about the platform, you can still ask them because we can get answers from Telegram, and anyway, he will post a new video based on the questions that you ask here, so you can ask them. We have one more presentation now about what the company, what is going on with the company, what our key partners are doing. And Marat will report on that. Hey everyone, my name is Marat Sabirov. I'm in charge of cryptocurrency and everything that comes with it in our company. If you've been following us for quite some time, and Kirill mentioned that, how I started out was that I traded in cryptocurrency. I just bought cryptocurrency on the cheap, and I sold it at a more expensive rate. And this is how this speculative Bitcoin market works. The essence of it was that I bought Bitcoins on the cheap or cheaper. Here's what I bought, and here's what I sold. When I bought something, I lost 1% as a fee, and when I sold it, I lost 1% as a fee. And the whole market is now looking to keep at least 0.5% because you make 3%, 5% on occasion. So a 0.5% fee would be ideal. So what I've been doing now, we have created this P2P platform when one physical person sells cryptocurrency to another physical person, and I wanted to get rid of these two commissions so that we could have a commission-free platform. So you would get to keep these 2% when exchanging. Here's how it's going to work. So there is a deposit. Say you deposit 1,000 USDT on the platform. With 3% of income accrued every month, when you're depositing 1,000 USDT, you can exchange 5,000 USDT commission free. So it's multiplied by 5. This is the first condition. The second condition now. Also, I have that partnership or referral program that only works with the first line, where you get 100% of the income of the first line. So if you invite over who pays $1,000, they get 3% and you get 3% here. Both of you get 3%. Say it's another guy who deposits $1,000, he gets 3% and you get it too. So if you get 20 to 30 people, you can easily make $1,000 from what they are exchanging without doing anything. And I think each and every partner of our company always has to buy some cryptocurrency anyway, and to buy it and do it safely. And I'm in charge of that. And this is a platform that we will be using for that, and I will tell you why it will be safe. And I think it's pretty good for the cryptocurrency market. And the coolest thing that we have devised here is we have simplified cryptocurrency sale and purchase. So this platform will enable you independently, without any third parties involved. To do this, your back office will have the number of your card tied to it, or you can send funds from Tinkoff cards, Sberbank cards, Alpha Bank cards, and it will work the other way around. And the platform will convert it to Bitcoin and vice versa. Without any third parties, you can do it on your own. There will be a slight commission, but a very slight one, because if you look at local bitcoins, it keeps 1% when you're buying it and 1% when you're selling it. If some physical exchange machines in your city, it's 2% if it's much money. If it's below $100,000, it's about 5%. So here it will be lower, and you will be able to withdraw money to your currency and buy cryptocurrency from your card. That's it. And this is what I have been working on recently, and I'm sure we will take the lead on the P2P market. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Sometimes what they say goes over my head, because when we were just starting things, we would kind of go from one room to another room. So we were like go from one office to another office, and now we're always using Zoom, and we're all in different cities. And now I see how these people have progressed, and how the products that they have made, and how their scope has grown, and how their reach has grown, and how they have simplified procedures, including internally through those products, but how they can present those products, and how they can draw attention to the company. And so it fills me with joy. It's a delight. Don't you agree? It gives me a kick, because like all these little things, because any restaurant is good because of its little things, and we also have these little things that are great to consume. Consume. I love this word. Now we're going to be having some questions and answers. So show me the places where the mics will be. We got 2 mics, right? 1, 2. So, if you have some questions, let's talk. If your question has been asked before while you were still in line, take mercy and don't ask it. Ask a different question or don't ask it. I hope you get the point. It's 1 hour, and we have to have one fruitful hour. And it has to be questions that have not been asked before, but I'm pretty sure they have been asked before. And our whole team will be here answering these questions, guys. Okay, come on, get out of that shell. Okay, questions related to the platform, to technical issues, to funds, to what works, what doesn't work, what is good or what is not good. Zygmunt is recording that and taking notes of that, and then we'll post a video on technical support. And as for trading and cryptocurrency, we will answer your questions now. Zygmunt he was answering it all on Telegram, so I think some of your questions that you asked related to technical support, we can comment on them today. But I don't think it's quite efficient because it takes time for him to hear it, then to type it. Hello, my name is Marina. Well, a partner of mine is not a resident. He's from Cyprus. He's here, but he's here temporarily in Russia, and he would like to use the Finico product, but he makes money in euros. He doesn't want to lose any money because of the currency exchange rate. So Marat, what do you think? I think it's up your alley. Where is he from? He's from Cyprus. So the maximum amount he can get is 4 to 12% per annum there. See, I've been with Phoenix since September, so I would like you to share some advice with me. Okay. Each and every country has to be clarified, the procedures. You have to, but I think we work with Cyprus nationals. No, you have to, no, you don't want her to write you, no, because you will get many more messages. No, write to me, because I love working with different countries. It gives me an edge. It helps broaden my scope. Write to me on Instagram. I will answer it. Second question. My partner has no Finico products, but he has attracted 20 guys. Which product? See, I have a partner who cannot afford. I get it. But that person has attracted 20 products. Different products. The cashback service, like as a small thing. 5% of the income is something they can get, right? Where is it going to go? To their wallet or what? If you have no product, you won't get anything. No. It's only related to the index. If you have no index, then you won't get any incomes from the index business. But the other products, you will still get some incomes, even you have a zero account. Even you have nothing, you will still get all the bonuses, except for the CTI index. So we have this internal wallet, inner wallet, as we say, and it will be shown there, the income as cipherons. Edward, one more question. I have a 15-year-old son, and he is very excited, thrilled about trading. He asks me, what do I need to do? Where do I need to graduate? No, he doesn't need anything. He doesn't need to have any degree. He's really eager. He will delve into it. I mean, I was never trained. I never got a degree for trading. There is no such subject as trading. There is some basic knowledge and some textbooks or like books that offer you this knowledge, like this book, Economics, Japanese candles, all these. So it helps you wrap your head around it, and there is many courses like videos where you can register with some brokering house, where you can learn to trade. There is a wealth of information available out there like that. And I said 2 weeks ago that at the end of this week we were going to roll out this school, but since our IT guys are very overworked, it is being delayed. There is traders and there is teaching traders, like a mathematician and a mathematics teacher. And also it takes some predilection or predisposition, I would like to say. If someone is eager to make money off of trading, sometimes that can take a toll in the long term on your psychology and psyche. Some people can spend 3 hours at the laptop trading, and it gives them a thrill because they have the right psychology and psyche. If they feel in their element doing that, it's good. I mean, no. You could reshape your psyche here also. But yes, I agree. But also, it takes a predisposition. I see we're already having an argument. Yes, but so Edward believes it's easy, but I believe it's studying it is easy, but sometimes doing it will be hard. But he should try it. It would be a great. It would be a great experience to understand the economy. I wanted to ask one more question to Vlad Utushkin. Me and my son got a registration on the UTZMU platform we got a demo version, but when we wanted to buy 600 trons, we ended up in Mercury. The support never helped us. 1,400 rubles was lost. We never tracked it to anywhere. We will show this part of the conference to Vlad because I'm a shareholder, a partial shareholder of Vlad's products, but I cannot comment on that. Zygmunt, remind me of that, and he will answer you this. Thank you very much for what you're doing. Hi, Kirill. I'm Denise from Moscow. The crazy team has come all the way down here to support you and our team. What do you dance? No, we're not dancers. We just called ourselves that. Yes, I have heard something about branded structures. Okay. I think it's gonna be a popular thing soon. Anyways, I have this crazy question out of curiosity. Ilga Shakira, when broadcasting live, talks about the financial goals of the company of $450 to $50 billion. I think I said $300 billion. You said $300 billion. Ilgi said $400 billion. I think I got it correct now. Where are we right now? It's a trade secret, sorry. No, just give me a hint. Just an indication. No. We're just getting started, guys. We're just getting started, guys. That is great news. It's not easy because I have seen the number of companies who were trading behind us. And I then I found my ambitions overwhelming, and I started to compare it to reality, and I realized that we had to become a real major company. But this is a goal that inspires me. So the goal is a $300 billion. It will be more, but it's never a net amount. But if we combine together what we have right now, we're nowhere closer to what we want to achieve. So the farther you want to go, the more importance there remains there in your life. Thank you. Hello, my name's Tatiana. I'm from Krasnoyarsk. I have this question. I joined the cashback service very recently when I tried to withdraw the money to the main wallet of Finico from the cashback service. It was 3%. So it's 3% when you're sending it to the wallet, and 3% when you're taking it from the to our card. I don't get what you said. I think it's about commissions for internal transfers of funds. All internal funds are now still being charged commissions, but at some point in time we will undo it and you will get all your commissions back. So now we are tracing all those commissions and we will kind of turn the clock back and send you refund the commissions. And the second thing, I would like to thank you again on behalf of everyone who's here for what you're doing today. Yesterday I got paid for my car. I bought it yesterday, and today I registered it with the road police department. What's it feel like? I'm flying high, but see, I'm still working on getting my driving license. It's a good thing we're leaving Krasnoyarsk. So it's a senseless family capitalization. No, I'm passing my exam soon. So when they ask you, why have you decided to get a driving license? Because I bought a car and now I need one. But hello, my name is Gennady. I have three very little questions to clarify. The first one is about the cashback service. I would like, please, first expectation, then we have the number of questions, and then now start with your dialogue. Thank you very much. Cashback. When it was said in the cashback, when it was said in the news about the cashback service, about its format being changed, and now you're going to have accruals of cashback accrued daily as opposed to monthly. So the job is to take some psychological stress off of your brain and to see watch as this little Pokemon grows daily. Second question to you. Maybe it's a caveat. When you were talking about Finical Life, you said that the body of the program is can be returned, can be refunded. Yes, it can be refunded. So when a person deposits some money, then they get some money throughout a year, and then they can return the initial deposit. Yes. See, my job is capitalization. You have the money, and I have ways to multiply this money. You will lose money. Everyone loses money. The traders, the organizers, me as the organizer, and you. And this is the model I've been following. But once you want to get your money back, you get your money back. Because before that, I never believed it. No, it never came from me. No. I'm not talking about you. No. I always said that you have 20 days to get your index back. And no one can prove me wrong now. No, he was asking me about life. Oh, I thought you were talking about the indexes. No, you were asking about Finical Life. I can clarify it about the life product, because here you invest and you get some money, but the initial deposit expires. So this is the caveat. Okay. I kind of misunderstood you. And the last thing, recently it has been mentioned that some products will be privileged. What products? Now and in the long term. Here the job is to become a service company and not an investment company with clear mechanisms. We have some skills. Our job is to drive up capitalization, not only through investment proposals, but only through proposals that can help you save money, like cashback and mutual lending platforms that we're also going to roll out. And in order to promote those services by pulling away from investments, I need to throw out some motivation there. When we were just starting, we were enjoying the investment investment way, because investing money into money is a dead end. You need to up the stakes. So the cashback service is another game when the consumer markets is aligned with uh, with money. It's not only about making money. It kind of changes your mindset. It helps you kind of connecting the consumer market and the crypto market is a great thing. But I need to lay down some rules based on our experience. We have products. We have lots of cases. We have investment products. But still, people still believe that we just guarantee something, a guarantor, even though we say that there is no guarantees. Still. And all the risks kind of slip past you. We risk, you don't risk. So we want to offer products where we will both risk, and the other products will be privilege. Now the CTA index is 3,000. And we're going to up it to $10,000 or maybe to $20,000, because when I announced it yesterday, I got lots of messages to my chat. So when you can invest $20,000, because it's only those people who have invested before, who know what risk is, who will join it. Because when it's lower, people will be using it to live off of that as a salary. For those people, will offer lending or cashback or Finacle Life, where you can just increase your amount and close your deal. Now, motivating you to sell those services. I tell you, if you sell something for 3,000 or 10,000 cyphers, you get a voucher, a privilege. And the first test here is getting voucher for 10,000 cyphers. And so if we're satisfied with the cashback service, we will keep it. If we start sticking our wheels in the sand, we're going to connect turnover in the cashback service. So no changes now, except for the CTI index, 10,000 of personal recommendations or 50,000 of turnover, either as an entrepreneur or a seller. Hello, I'm Vasir from Krasnoyarsk. Thank you for this great energy you give off and your cool products. I got my first product today. I'm so glad I basically joined all the products you have there. I have a question now. Is your marketing plan going to increase the personal deposit with an increase of the minimum amount of indexes bought? So see, I wrote it down so I know how it sounds. So because personal deposits their numbers. Okay, now you know we're Finacle, guys. Are you asking us? Say again. Is the amount of the personal deposit going to increase in the marketing plan? I'm so miles away from here. Zygmunt will answer it in his next video. Yes, I think so. When the initial deposit goes up, then the turnover and the personal responsibility for the network should also grow. But how? I don't know. Not yet, anyway. Kirill, I have a question to you personally. When do the coolest thoughts come to you? When you're zooming with your colleagues, or when you're contemplating the shower in the morning as it flows? No, contemplating the shower is kind of I'm in some elevated state. Then communication, of course. So sometimes when I'm driving, those thoughts come. When I'm driving something, going somewhere, headed somewhere. So this unlimited movement is my meditation, but when you are waking up, there is nothing but the white noise, nothing there. But a thought is never finished. It comes with an impulse, then it gives you a financial model, and you see how you can throw it out there, how you can pitch it. When did copy trade come about? 2 weeks ago, we started talking about it. 2 weeks ago, we took a piece of paper and we put it together, and now it works. Thank you very much. You're cool. You're a bunch of cool guys. Hello, my name is Sergey. I have a question about copy trade. Who should I address it to? Oh, you. So it's only one account I can open up for 1,100 or a number of accounts? Good question. I don't care. See, you have to also invest 1,100 to the platform for each of them platforms. It's not like you deposit 1,100 and you dollars because this would be fucking wrong. Because it wouldn't drive up our capitalization, and our company is not interested in that, and you would make 3 times much more money because this would put an additional load to the on the servers. You would have to monitor each of your accounts, and this would take additional effort. So it's one deposit per one account. So it's one account, but I mean the broker's account. So it's one brokering account per one deposit. Okay, the first question is clear. The P2B lending platform, when is it coming out? I think it's ready. But how are things coming along? Zygmunt? Well, the bare bones are ready. A lot of internal stuff is all already in place. But as you're looking at it, you identify new risks. Now we're thinking of new models to protect investors, because we say investors will still get the money back on a guaranteed basis. But how can we work it out legally and say we have an asset that costs 1.5 billion and it's used as mortgage on this platform, and how we divide it between all the investments in it? So all these legal collisions and solving them takes time. So we can give you some dates, but still there are a number of things that we believe that we have understood, but we are not there. I think 2 months. I think December is the earliest we can get there. Because since there are some legal things that we need to clarify, it takes lots of IT works. Contracts have to be concluded in cryptocurrency, and it also takes some legal footwork. But we're working on that, thank you. This is my personal challenge. Attempt 4. My name is Anastasia. I have a question about errors. I have this graph where you can specify the name, phone, and moniker or nickname, and the place of burial. So, should something ever befall me, how will you track down the heirs? No, we won't find them, because the heir has to be aware that they are the heir, and should the worst happen, they will get in touch with the platform, and if their data details coincide with your details, the ones you specified. But what if the heir is underage? See, heirs or successors, they have to have a caretaker or a custodian or a caretaker. It would be the caretaker if the person that's underage that would take it. So I have to inform the heir, and the heir would have to get in touch. Me. Yes, because we are not a platform that... See? While the heir is getting in touch with us, and in that time we're going to make more money off of that money that is there. Thank you very much. My name is Sergey. Cool platform you have, and I got 2 questions. The first one, I bought a car earlier this week for my wife. In 20 days, I will buy a car for myself. But I have this question. Can you buy trucks, heavy trucks, using the buy your car for 35%? No. Zygmunt hasn't touched on that. How come? It will be hard to confirm it. It will be impossible to confirm it. It's easier to refuse than to allow for that opportunity. So basically, I can't buy a heavy truck. No. But if you join the Finico product, you can do it. No, I think there is some limitation. No, I don't think it is possible. Zygmunt, could you comment on that in the next newsreel? Could you comment again in the next newsreel why we cannot use the supporting documents for heavy machinery within the program? It's possible if it can be registered with the road police service. Okay, and now I need a piece of advice from you. I would like to buy some production machinery. Yes, yes, I think it's possible. You can do it in the Finico product. Oh, I see now. So it's off the table now, right? Okay. So a product for the Finico product is a great thing for entrepreneurs. Is there any top limit? Like your personal limit? I don't know what your limit is, but we have no such thing for now. Thank you. Hello everyone. Hello Kirill. It's my first time at your conference. The question I will answer now has not been asked. I think everyone will, maybe someone will feel ashamed when I say it. You're great kickers, guys. You're such a great crowd. I visited a conference held by Arena a month ago, and I learned about Finico, and I saw people had bought some cars, made some money. I didn't think it was possible. Then I came over to her and I saw a man and a woman looking at me, believing that I was just some snitch in their ranks, but I was just tell them that I was not a snitch. I come from Krasnoyarsk. I come from a village near Krasnoyarsk. I'm just a simple working man. I'd like to start investing in this program and making money. I know you have this CTI index, and I know Finico can repay your debt, and you can also invest this money into different products. But my problem is I cannot take out a loan with the bank because I have some financial problems. I'm a painter at a cemetery. Is this a threat? I would hate to run into a painter like that in a dark alley in the middle of the night. Okay. But when I ask it, I don't think it will draw any laughs. Kirill, sorry, just give me some time. I need some time. Okay, you need to sugarcoat a little bit. You need to set the stage. Spit on your palm. When I go to the bank, see, it's all the money I make, it's under the table. Yeah, and 6 feet under maybe only also. Because they can't do it because I can't pay officially, and now I need to change a sponsor because I'm moving to the team of some other guys. Oh, you're quite the painter. It will take about 10 days. But by the end of the month, CTI will grow. I can't. 20,000. I will not pay $20,000 to when it gets there. To make this money, I will have to spend the rest of my life making paintings at the cemetery. I'm not a stubborn person. I'm just asking you, could someone lend me 280,000 rubles for me to join the CTI? But I will pay you back with interest. Okay. I really want to make money. I really want my dreams to come true. I really want to be a video blogger because I have a blog and I need some passive income. The key phrase now of the of the cemetery painter, subscribe to me. Okay. All kidding aside, I can help you with that. request. But what you said is that way of living is that you're no longer satisfied with. Yes, if I fall for that, I don't want everyone else to fall for that. No, 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 no. I'm not only working with you now, I'm working with everyone else. If I fall for that, I will support that kind of behavior that you are disgruntled with, that you're dissatisfied with. So I think now in that moment you need to change the rails that the train of your life is following. It has to kind of lift up the wagon and move it like half a meter to the right. You may have the same source of money, but you have to change the tools. How much money do you need to make your first investment? How much do you have? How much is it? 200,000 rubles. How can you make it? I can do anything as, well, escort services aside. I could go to Moscow with you. No, no, no. What if a request like this comes from a very special person? Zignet is writing to me now. He said he's willing to give it to you, but his condition is that you paint him what? On a tombstone? Well, you work it out with him. Yeah, you know Irina, right? So I think she knows how many cars have been bought, apartments have been bought in Krasnoyarsk. I think in your circle there are people who want to buy a car or an apartment. And I know that they see you as some element of entertainment in their lives. So anything that may come from you will be taken with a pinch of salt, and they will tell you, "Come on, get out of it," and you will be disappointed because people will not take you seriously. So you need to make 3 to 4 new habits. You need to have serious conversations with people from whose phone numbers you have in your phone, and seriously talk to them about buying a new car or an apartment. And this is how you can make your first 200,000 rubles. This is where you should stop. You should hang on to this, or maybe it won't happen on the 1st of November. Now you are following data that doesn't apply to you. Maybe it will happen, maybe it won't. You're wasting so much energy. You should spend that energy on setting up 150 meetings in the following week. Can you make so many? Yes, I know, because I think I have that energy. It takes some energy to organize those meetings. Just check out some of the videos that I have on YouTube. Just also talk to people who have bought cars and bought apartments. And when you're shifting your focus of attention from making money, things start changing. It's going to be very difficult. During the first week, your brain will disagree with you because you will want to get it quick, but it's hard to get it quick. Sometimes it comes as fast as it goes, as fast as it comes. Maybe you need to, or maybe you can paint Zygmunt and get this money. The second instrument you can make is sell Bitcoin. And there is a free online channel on our YouTube channel, how to make 1.5 to 3% per day by selling Bitcoin. You know, it sounds simple, and it sounds very easy. But this simplicity and this ease comes with a complicated process of having to make changes in your life. There are some people, who, before they catch that flow, they have been through a lot, and they have known me from other businesses, or maybe their team knows me from other businesses, or they have been with me from a lot. Now you see the tip of the iceberg only, and you think it's simple, but it also should be based on good habits, which need to be formed. So, You should make it. Thank you. Let's keep going. Good evening, I'm Tatiana from Krasnoyarsk. I have a question about this product. Buy an apartment for 35%. As for used apartments, it's all easy. You just have to submit the sale and purchase agreement. But if it's a shared construction contract, or what do you have to say? Is it the contract of assignment? Because sometimes it's easier to buy an apartment from a reseller of apartments because it's a 200 or 300,000 rubles cheaper sometimes. Can I only buy from the developer, or can I buy it from a legal entity using an assignment agreement, or can I buy it from a physical entity? Because when you're buying something and the contract, the sale and purchase agreement should be enough, but the assignment agreement as the cessation agreement, I understand it. From who to who? Do you get to be the owner? Ultimately, yes. So if I'm buying something, yes, okay, so you need to... the assignment will give you no certificate. The assignment will be registered, but the title, who's going to have the title? There won't be any title. It's a shared construction thing. There is no title. But is there going to be an apartment? No, it won't work. Okay. You just have to buy a solid physical apartment. No shared construction. Okay, understand. And you have to get this confirmation from the Russian Register of Real Estate. She wanted to... Oh, somebody's saying that you're fucking beautiful. Hey guys, you're so cool. Thanks for coming. Can you hear me? Okay. First, I have this announcement. Me and my husband just came back from Turkey and we were shopping around buying things there. I used the Finico app. I took scans of the receipts and sent it to the cashback service system. Right at the store, I showed it to Turks, telling them that you could get 25% off of sales, and I almost got 3 to 4 potential partners. So the problem was that we sent referrals to them, but the problem was we could not access cashback service or any other products because they Tinkoff doesn't work there, and this was the problem. So what was the problem? We could not basically transfer funds for the product. No, it's a bitcoins. We could not buy bitcoins. It took a lot of doing, and we didn't do it. But those partners are still with us, but I don't know how I can keep working with them. They need to learn to buy bitcoins. That's it. Okay. So we came up with a short link in English, and I sent them all the information in English. And now I'm waiting for them to act. Second thing, you all look cool, but Kirill, you take the cake. Oh, this such a god is he's on the rage. When are you going to start selling things like that? I won't. We would like to have a suit like that too. I don't think it was ever a goal of ours, because I want to be unique. I don't want anyone else to look like me. Well, I could buy a few things like that. Finical shop, I don't think this is the right thing for us to be doing. No, you're doing the right thing. Because we need to wear, the articles of clothing that we produce. Because what we produce now are not masterpieces. They're fair to Midland, but they're not masterpieces. And now we're looking for the right manufacturers. Third thing, I have seen lots of your videos. Sometimes I have translation. When you come to Krasnoyarsk next time, you will have a translator for that. Okay, Kirill, thank you. I studied in your school. the Cypher school, and now I'm going to take the cryptocurrency courses. You know, it's like someone's looking, peeking at you from a door ajar, and then they send you screens with the money they make. Thank you very much. You know, it was the 20th, over 26 days. Sorry, 62 days, and it was 62 bitcoins that went through me and made money off of. Pretty good. Now I want to have a question about vouchers. I'm a Star 2 person with a turnover of 24,000, and the system told me I could not buy anything. The index, when is that accumulation process going to start? Zygmunt will comment on that now. He's going to answer now. Thank you. Thank you for having. We've been waiting you for a long time. Thank you for coming. Sometimes they ask us, do you organize events? No, we don't, because we come here because we're invited. Thank you very much for being invited. Thank you very much for having organized this. Hello, my name's Artem from Krasnoyarsk. Thank you very much for being there, with us tonight. I got 5 questions. 3 are technical and 2 are about the company. Yes, but we need to stick to the schedule here. You know, Ethereum, can you work with Ethereum? Is your company going to plan with Ethereum, another cryptocurrency? No. But we can trade it, but we cannot deposit it. You're not going to deposit it. So it's Bitcoin only and USDT. Okay. What is the minimum amount to join Finico? $100. It depends on what you want to cover. Telling people about you. No. What are your own personal needs? What do you want? Because sometimes they say it's 100 or 1,000 and get off my back. I caught on this thought the other day that I always bending about now. The level of your cashback deposit is your standard of living. And sometimes it turns out that you don't spend enough money on your own. It means that your standard is low, and the cashback deposit shows how you treat yourself, your own self. So when you want to ask, what is the minimum amount to join us? Well, it's $100. But people keep asking me, what would be the starting amount for us? You know, see, when you keep them in the paradigm, you don't evolve them, and you don't create room for further sales for yourself, and then because you're pandering to their interpretation of us, and you know what the interpretation is unless they wrap their hand around us or dig deeper. So this is what you need to get in order. Technical issue, when is the CTI index going to grow? When we have launched 2 more products where you can invest from $500 and make more money than the CTI index allows for. I thought it was from 1,000. No, it starts with $1,000, sorry. So we decided to discard the $500 idea, so you can invest from $1,000 and make more even in the indexes, but it will also depend on the currency rate. One will be a crypto product and the other one is copy trade. Once those are launched, we will raise the bar for the CTI index, and we will start training investors through these 2 new products. I think will be mid-November, early December, and we're working on the voucher now. So it will be this year, yes. So the CTI index will increase this year. Yes, I've been pushing for that for a long time. A question about your company. What are the overriding priorities in Finico, in your team? Yours. Capitalization through use. Yes, so this is our biggest goal. We have to do it once, and make it work for you. You have to make the best of what you have. We have no big mission. Everyone's got their own missions, and everyone's pursuing their own goals. I don't really believe in those overblown slogans. I mean, I believe in honesty. We have our own goals. We want to take them far. Our mission is to make the best of what we have at this particular point in time. Thank you. It's a personal question now. You got kids? Yes, I got 2 sons. The other guys, I have a daughter, and my wife is expecting a son. I have no kids. Thank you. Hello. I would like to thank you for coming to our city. This is the first thing, and I would like to thank you, all of you, the team behind the company, and the opportunities you give to us. And I just thought of a question. Well, there was a girl that asked a similar question. It's about buying an apartment for 35% and submitting supporting documentation by submitting a shared construction agreement registered to me, or providing an assignment agreement registered to me. I sent the same question to the technical support. I was assigned a manager, and I was asked to clarify the situation and specify the documentation I would attach within 4 months. Back then, I had the assignment agreement. I assigned it and I sent it to this girl on WhatsApp, and she said it could work. Okay, got it. So what is the question? So, okay, so there is now, it doesn't coincide. The month before this apartment is, you can do it if it's only 1 month, if the apartment will be finished in 1 month, and then you will get your title through the register. But what if the developer fails to finish it, and so he won't get the documents? No, but he will get the documents from the registration service. The most important thing for us is to have documentation. Whether the house is finished or not finished, it will be none of our business. Good evening, everyone. I'm from the village of Dzierżyńska. On the 3rd of November, we will be getting our money in the car program. I decided to buy it for just to have a case, not because I really needed a case. I see having this car with a Finical sticker on the hood, because I want my friends to see that it works and that they can use it too. But Kirill has said many times that you need to set your goals higher. So once I get $10,000, but now I want to get a car for $15,000. So the money on my deposit. I have some other index cash. Now I buy it for 15,000. And just submit it to me. But no, it's not only the mechanics of the thing. I mean, the mechanics of the thing is clear, but there's a loophole, because the condition stated that my car could be more expensive by 10 to 12%, but no, it was not. It can be cheaper 10 to 12%. So if you're saving money to buy a Geländewagen, but you're buying a bicycle, no, it shouldn't happen. But if it costs more, it won't be a problem. If you have saved some money and it costs more, go ahead. But if you want to wait, you shouldn't wait, because some people set a goal, and then when they're very close to it, they want to get something bigger, something. You should do it here now. This is what I mean to say. Thank you very much. Congrats. Hello, my name is Yelena. I'm from Krasnoyarsk. Just one question. To join your company, you have to be 18 years of age, right? So I'd like to know, people who have passports, or passport holders who are passport holders at 16, Will they get some products, or maybe there will be some new products available? Well, those products are available for anyone who wants to dive into them and who wants to make money. S- People who are 16 years of age, they are still infantile in their thinking, or they live off some resources, and they will figure out a way, if they have some resources, to get registered in order to uh, not attract the attention of any service that would might mess with the operation of our website because of us working with 16-year-old teenagers. We don't do it, but I have lots of people I know who have their teenagers who have figured out a way, but we're not creating any specific products. My name is Yelena. Good evening. I'm also from Krasnoyarsk. I have a question. Tell me, I have some debt on my credit card, and how do I pay back my debt on my credit card? And it doesn't really work. Basically, you can go to the Finico product page and see how it will work, and because it doesn't work with credit cards the way it works with other things. Maybe it should not be the Finico product. Maybe you should use some other things. You should basically connect the dots of debit and credit and see whether it will be profitable for you or not. No, 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 no. The card doesn't specify any monthly payments. Well, it should be there because go there, see payback alone, then type the amount outstanding, and the system will calculate how much you need to deposit and the annual installments. But you need to specify the monthly payment also. The monthly payment is it's a part interest and part initial debt. So it's still there inside. So I can basically make the amount more. Yes, and our amount, our payment is the bigger payment. Thank you. My name is Marie. Hello. I have a question of provocative nature. You're trying to make it all legal, your incomes, by paying taxes. Yes, and it's 85% ready. How can our state react to you? Because it can ban you because it has to do with bitcoins. Don't you think it's like a witch hunt? We have a witch hunt for that in Russia. Don't you think it will be banned? Do you have plan B? Yes, we have plan A and 25 ways to make it happen. But still, we're going to ask you to pay taxes. It's very important. Hello, my name is Camila. I would like to share a piece of information that has nothing to do with Finico. It has to do with a factory. I have seen many people, not with the factory, but with foreign countries. I do exchanges for Finico guys. Maybe you know me. And in 2 weeks, I will be opening up an office in Turkey. People will have to use cash in Turkey, yes, but you have to follow current legislation. It's one thing to sort things out here in Russia. I'm a lawyer. It's not a problem. Still, you have to make sure it's legal in any country. Well, there will be some guys with the right expertise. I just mentioned it, and I said it. You just to have to tread light and take care of yourself when you're doing it. It's just saying us that you can basically do Turkey through a person that everyone knows here. Hello, Kirill, my name is Ivan. My question is like this. Have you heard that the USA has seen rules, or the USA has clamped down on cryptocurrency exchanges like Binance and all that, and they're being inspected. Do you mean traditional stock exchanges or crypto stock exchanges? Stock exchanges, I mean. How are you planning to deal with that? No worries. We always have a reserve stock exchange where we can send our money. We will start trading there. It's not only one option that we should be stuck with. This is why I have tested many brokers. This is why I work with many brokers. We're always looking for more and more qualified brokers. So we have some options. We also mentioned today that BitMEX, we should remove it. We need to rename it to cryptocurrency because it's not only cryptocurrencies, BitMEX that we work with, or Binance. We're going to say they're crypto stock exchange. Thank you. Good evening. My name is Julie. I'm the Republic of Tiva, the city of Kazil. I have two questions that are interrelated. You have said before that the car program and the real estate programs for 35% will be available only to privileged users at the end of October. Okay, I got it. I got it. Yes, for the inner circle. Who are those guys and how many stars do they need to have? Yes, okay, I hear you. It's only related to the index now. Once we have some other vouchers, we will announce that. Now you should not think or worry about it. Second question, you mentioned in Novosibirsk yesterday when the CTI index is $20,000. When it gets there, how can I start promoting things? It will happen when people will be given the option to invest starting from $1,000 using two different products. So you will not lose that opportunity. You will have the right tools and instruments. Thank you. Evgeny from Abakan. I would like to express personal gratitude for the opportunities you have given to many people. And my question is to Edward, I think. It's about copy trade. What passport should you submit for verification on copy trade? The Russian passport and the international passport, both, because when you're registering with the broker, you will have to show your international passport. But the deadlines they are not given, and yes, it can take a week. But it's up to 3 months that you can get that amount. Anything can happen, though. Okay, thank you. Good evening. My name is Denis from Minusinsk. It's not even a question. It's just I want to ask you for a piece of advice. I tried to join the index, the CETA index for 3,000, but the bank blocks the transaction related to cryptocurrencies when I was trying to put this money on the e-wallet, and when I wanted to buy it through the Binance, the app blocked the card. I tried to do it again, but still it happened again. So, a piece of advice from you, what do I do here? The bank won't allow me. You need to transfer it to another physical entity on P2P. Our YouTube channel talks about how it can happen. Maybe your card won't allow for hunky transactions, or maybe you should change your bank. No. The Sberbank won't block all transactions. Actually, it's much better than many other banks. Many people also want me to get me to register an international passport and get it to the Moon Bank card to basically use it for cryptocurrency transactions. Yes, it's our partner that we work with, and it offers it's one of the best credit cards of the kind available out there. Natalia from Krasnoyarsk. I think this question has been asked before, but I would like to expand it. It's about children. There are young people, and you want them to be financially literate. Guys, please come up with something for them, because they're always badgering me to let them do something. What do you want me to do? Okay, let them handle it. All of them have smartphones. But even at age 5, no, because we're going to run into some legal can of worms, we would have to open. Maybe it can be some toys or some bonuses. Well, let's look at the philosophical side of things. We don't believe that we offer super genius financial products and that they are really financially literate. And everyone who offers financial literacy courses says it like that. For us, it's not only entertainment, because any educational product has to meet some tasks. Super financial tasks are beyond our collective scope of understanding. And analytics like to say, everyone's is. We cannot be all equally financially literate. Someone will be more financially literate. So you have to do it through trial and error, through try investment instruments. But you guys are a cool crowd. Thank you. Hello. I come from Kamsk. My name is Alena. I have two questions. The lending platform. Can it close? Will have to repay your loan for 35%? No. So this platform is one thing. Finico is another thing. So if you take out a loan on our platform and you have this product repay your loan for 35% or another Finico Life or Finico product, you can use it. Because it's been mentioned and then somebody said that it won't happen. But there are also different products. There are also different products, separate products. You can buy this, you can buy that, you can buy all of them. Loaning now. I think at some conference you mentioned this. Something that I want to be clarified. You said that when you're joining the pay back your loan program, you need to pay a little bit higher to cover for the withdrawal fees, and sometimes it's hard to calculate it because of it can be quarterly, it can be with discrete payments, it can involve monthly payments, and those are two different figures, and it's sometimes hard to calculate. That's why Zygmunt said the amount has to be a little bit higher. Zygmunt, can you come up with separate with video instructions to how to calculate your amounts? Because everyone's using different exchangers, right? Exchange machines. No, it's not the point, because of the ultimate amount can be higher. Can be higher because of an error in calculations. Because withdrawals, they require minimum commissions. So we will get instructions. I remember this question now. It takes instructions how to calculate the amount. Right, so this amount is enough. I wish prosperity and thriving to your company. Good evening, Kirill. It's me again. When are you coming to us? I have come here on purpose. So you are the person that ranks. It's a very difficult decision, but anyway, I'm pretty sure we'll come to you. Where to? Where to? I know that October is packed, November is also packed. Chelyabinsk. It's the city of Chelyabinsk. I never showed up there, I promised, but I never did. But I've been Skyping around Chelyabinsk, I think. Okay, let's do it like this. We're going to update our program, and I think in November, December, we will come to you. Because of December, I think, because we're going to Almaty in November, and then we'll go to Moscow. Okay, I will start looking for a venue now. Final questions. Shalom, Christians, Orthodox Christians. My name is Anatoly. I have a question about money. I have cypherons in my back office, and some dividends go to my wallet. can I send money from the wallet to the CTA index if it equals 3,000? When I joined, it was 1,000 saffrons. Now it's 3,000. So I cannot add 3,000. No, you can add 3,000. So 2,000 to make it 3,000 saffrons. So you have to buy saffrons and invest saffrons. So, but it's 3,000, right? So it's 3,000. Okay, well, it was the semi-final, not the final question. No, it is the final question. Hello, everyone. I have no questions because it's all clear. Thanks for that, for telling us in advance. I just wanted to thank you guys, Marat, Edward, and this lanky guy that's not here, because you're doing the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. You're a big source of inspiration for me. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. Now we have the marketing section. Okay, thank you very much. Who's with marketing? Who's doing marketing tonight? Good question. I have a question about withdrawing money. Irina is a well-known teacher, and there is no such thing as an ex-teacher. Okay, Irina Avdus, I have known her for a very long time. She's a very stickler for learning, for teaching, and for training. Sometimes she can be a very boring person, much like any teacher, but she has an impeccable love for the world and for her partners, including by taking a hard attitude towards their failures. And so her rebukes will make you progress and grow. So thank you very much for setting up this event, because I know you and your partners have done a great job. I think we had the first conference of ours 1.5 years ago. We came here in August. It was steaming hot outside. Well, it's still one and the same thing. It's just that we have more products now. Now focus on Irina, and she will tell you how partners can make money. She can tell you more about that. Now we're going to talk about marketing. This is what I'm going to be talking about. I will try not to drop the ball. Now let's talk about making money off of the products. It took me some time to think of, I should say, I even jotted down a plan, but I really try to wing it. However, when Kirill was speaking it, I kind of decided to start from scratch. He gave a great presentation of the company's products, and I will try to be quick because it's late. Some of you may be tired, so I will try to put it into perspective in a concise way to show you how you can make money. Let's divide all the company's products into two categories. The first category of products is the index, the CTI index, cashback service, CBS1. The second category of products, I would like to divide it into two subcategories. The first one is life product, and pay back your loan for 35%, ZK35 as it says in the flip chart. And another subcategory, KV35 buy your apartment for 35%, AV35 buy your car for 35%, and product, Finico product. The reason why I decided to discriminate these products is because I get a lot of questions from people, and I had a question like that today. Sometimes people can't afford to join the company, but if you've been following the products of the company closely, and if you do it now, you will learn how you can make money without a penny or a ruble in your pocket to your name. Let's start with this category. The first product here is pay back your loan for 35%, and I want to see the slide now here. So, Kirill gave an example of the benefits it holds for clients. Raise your arms here, those who have loans. Raise your arms. How many of you know people who have loans? Raise your arms. And the first row, look back at the final rows. Do you think there is a lack or a shortage of people who would want to have this product? It's quite clear that we have lots of those. The question is how to communicate that. In the past 6 years, I've been really involved in this thing. Kirill Doroni was a co-founder of a company. It was about paying back your overdue debt in a very profitable way. So it's something I know about. When people have some financial obligations, liabilities, there's two ways to do that, to pay it back. The first one, you have the contract agreement, you have the payment schedule, and you go to the bank to pay each month. It can last 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. Who of you have mortgages? Not so many, but I think you're lucky people. Mortgage, I would say it's a mortgage because it's one of those F words, and you are so happy when you get it, but then you have to pay it for 15 to 20 years, and in the long term it doesn't look good. So Finico here, and we started discussing in August when he came here last year. So when you're thinking about helping a person, you can show them the way to pay back their debt properly. For 35% in this case, Kirill said if you owe 1 million, then for 350,000 rubles, you can pay it back. It's 100,000 rubles per month that is paid. So, how can you make money off of that? So 5% is the first bonus that you get. It's your personal recommendations or personal sales. It applies to both groups. The difference being is that in this category of products, you get 5% even if you have no product of your own. But in this case, you get 5% if you have the minimum deposit. It's $1,000 for the CTI, and in the cashback service, it's $100. So it's 5%. Which adds up to 17,500 rubles. It may not sound like much right out of the gate, but you know, some people spend an entire month to make that money, and there are people like that. And then it's 1%. This slide is not here. It says pay back your loan for 35%. It's 1% off of annual payments. In this case, in particular, it's 1,000 rubles over 12 months, over the period where the company pays the client this money to pay back the loan. So it's 1,000 rubles multiplied by 12 months. Sorry, by 10 months.
we get 10,000 rubles. Overall, it's 27,500 rubles, which would be like the average salary of those people who work 9 to 5, putting in work Monday to Friday. Let's picture this. Say you share this information with people who want to pay back their loan for 35% and just want to pay it back, and you map it out for them how they can pay it back in a great way, in a profitable way. Say it's 5 people. So the company pays 10 generations, 1%, 10 generations down. So if it's 1,000 for one person, based on the previous example, I mean, so if you got 5 persons, you get 5,000 rubles. Off of 25 persons, you get 25,000 rubles. If it's 125 persons, you get 125,000 rubles. If it's only 3 generations, it all adds up to 155,000 rubles. I think it's quite a good figure. And the people who have clients in their network of consumers paying back loans, and once they get their credit or loan payments, they get these little money, $1, $3, $10, but all of them add up to a little stream. And at some point in time, you'll get to a point when this money will be $3,000 to $4,000 to $5,000 per day. Who wants to make as much money? It sounds pretty good, doesn't it? But if you multiply it by 22 working days, it's not CTA indexes, it's people making money daily, with you getting a huge flow of money. I saw a person here, a guy, who said he did not need, he was missing 200,000 rubles to join the CTA index. But you can get it in your consumer network. The reason why I started with this product was because in 1 month, this person gets a payment to pay back their loan, and this is when they become your loyal client and they start playing around with the other products. And there is quite a few of those, as you know. When we were just starting in June 2019, and Irina is here, we were part of that experimental group of 20 to 25 persons. We came to Kazan. He told us about his project. I've known Kirill for 7 years, but Marat and Edward, these guys, and Albert was there too. And this is when I met Zygmunt for the first time, and I was so inspired by these people because they seemed like upright professionals. So I joined the company right away without having any misgivings or second thoughts. And this is when we got on the job, on the work. There's lots of content available now. You're free to watch all those conferences, and now you have the information that you can use it for making money. This was the loan part. Now let's talk about life. Kirill mentioned that this program is there. It's there for you to basically cover your financial needs. There are not so many people now. Some people are in a rush to get home, but still stand up. If you pay for your kindergarten, please stand up. Okay, let's do some stretching. Stand up, those of you who pay for kindergarten, for tuition. My kid is a first-year student, and I have to pay for his tuition. Those of you who are paying rental payments, whether it be an apartment or an office, stand up. Those who are paying utilities bills, stand up. Stand up if you're paying the utility bill every month. Those guys who go to the store to buy some groceries stand up too. But there is still some people who won't stand up. Well, you're like robots. But see, if you were more involved in the process and if you had stood up also, you would know that the scope of the life product is vast, and this product can be offered to just about anyone. Now, I would like to show you this example, but I won't dive into it because we have very little time left. And now, in this moment, you will be paid 1% for those 10 generations when they get payments for their products. It can be weekly, monthly, quarterly, or once in 6 months, or once a year. The next products involve cars, apartments, and any other thing you may want for 35%. The reason why my presentation is so short is because I'm proud that most of the partners I've been working with for a while have bought new cars or have bought premium cars or have bought apartments, and when they send you a message on Viki or on Facebook on our social network saying, Irina, thank you. Thanks a lot from the bottom of my heart and from my family, because my quality of life has changed for the better a lot. And if you keep talking to your potential clients or partners from the perspective of helping those people, then your team will build itself. Now I have a team involving over 25,000 people. 25,000 people. We just started it 15 years ago. In the first line, I have 4 guys who have closed star 10 and 15 guys who are higher than star 7. The turnover of my team is at $20 million, involving the Finico products, apartments, cars, all that. And the CTA index is at $57 million. You know, guys, if I had been told 15 months ago that I would have such a turnover, I would be astounded, to say the least. I'm quite a confident person, or I tend to think so, but it still is a cool thing for me. It's not because I am the way I am, it's because we have top management in this company. Each and every one of them is a great person, is a major person, like a star falling from the sky, an embodiment of happiness. Kirill Doronin and Andrei Galoshenko, my sponsors, the first person in this company. It is their job. It is Edward and their team of pros who have created the fertile ground for us to share with others and to transmit this information to others. Greedy guys don't have a team. Those who don't want to share any, physically or verbally, they have an apartment, they have a car, or investment product. It's like this backyard oligarch or tycoon, as Kirill says. But take a look around. So many people need our products. We have over 1,000 people now, about 1,200 people. But in August last year, it was only 70. See now how our team has grown, and each and every one of you can perform as well as I have, or even outperform me. We have some top leaders in our company who started out the same as I have. They have come their own way, they have their own experience, and they're building their own teams. The next product is the CTI index, because the picture you can see here, could you please show it on the screen? This is what everyone sees. But only 10% really can grasp the gist of it. It's based on my experience. Now let's take a look at how you should view these figures. You know, I'm not a good talker because I'm a mathematician. I teach math. It's my job, and I'm pretty good at counting. My counting skills beat my speaking skills, so you can see it all clearly. The first level, to get some status, you need to have 1,000 as your personal deposit, $1,000. So now the minimum amount is $3,000. Then it will be $10,000 or $20,000. Now, in many chats are bombarded with questions. Why is it 10,000 or 20,000? I won't be able to afford it. I don't have the money. Hey guys, you're just wasting your breath and wasting your time. Because if you want it, you will get the money. And if you don't have this money now, you can make it. Because there is lots of products which take no investments, but which are needed and sought after. About a year ago, I was joining the CTI index, and some of my partners had to chip in money. They had two persons under one account, and then they were following their percentages, and then they split the account into two. So if you want, you'll always figure out a way. Now these partners who had no money back then can buy 80,000 indexes, 20,000 indexes, 12,000 indexes at once, and not using their last dollar, bottom dollar, but just a little portion of their money. I have partners who have deposits of $300,000 or $400,000, but all of them started with $1,000. I started out with $1,000, so $1,000. Build a team, share, because the money in your pocket equals your usefulness to other people. And if you want to sell something, and some of you may be intimidated by this term, but still, let's be honest to each other. Everything you say about a product is about selling it, exchanging quality information for the money in the pocket of the person in front of you. If you give them quality information, they will hand you over the money. If it's not quality, they won't share the money with you. Kirill stresses it often. The first status now is start 1. It's important to see what personal deposit you have and the turnover of the overall structure, $10,000, that is. So what is one structure? You have 10 generations. So here, in order for $10,000 to be collected, you shouldn't have just one person. It also spills over into line 2, line 3, line 4, and line 5. But you need to see how this turnover is calculated in the structure. Could you show me the slide with showing how bonuses are accrued or accumulated? So if you invite a person with $10,000 to the first line, then you get 100% and you get $10,000. If it's for line 2 and you get a person with $10,000, your turnover gets 70%. It's $7,000. And line 3 gives you 50% and you get $5,000 for one and the same person. So, but it depends on the line. I won't keep going because I think the figures speak for themselves and you can calculate it from the slides. But this slide shows how important it is to put the people you invite in the first line. It has to be very, very expensive. It has to be very extensive. And sometimes you get people who have experience from other projects. From who used to sell goods, so that's for them it's like sausages. So it's basically they start inviting their friends and the friends of their friends, and it's kind of but they go. So it's one big first line for them, and they realize when they are at start 10, for example, that they could have done things differently. Back one slide now. When you are at level 8, or when you're close to it, when you're closer to 8 line, or when you're on your way to star 8, everything seems to be going good. You're moving up the career ladder, creating a turnover. But but the marketing plan is a financial plan of your evolution along the career ladder. And everyone also keeps asking, what are stars? Now we're going to talk about stars. You need to be well aware of the terms and conditions to get the right qualifications, or certain qualifications. Star 1, why do you need to overcome it? Why do you need to get it? Because here you get 3% off of the income of the people you have invited. Sometimes, initially, it's small money. It ain't much, but if you if it's $1,000, it's only 30 cents. Is what is it? 25 rubles, 26 rubles. But do you think I'm going to invite anyone for 26 rubles? To get paid 26 rubles, you should sick or something? Yes, it seems small when you're just starting out, but as you pass from one level to another, this amount of money starts growing. And at level 5, it's about $100 per month, and monthly, if it's 22 working days, it's. Can you calculate it? Can you do the math? $2,200, which is 160,000 rubles, which is the salary of manager, of a senior manager, or even of a chief executive manager. And the way you look at these 3% will change for you. It's not 0.3, it's 0.3 multiplied by your turnover. If you've been following your back office, you may have seen that you have the turnover in your structure and have your actual turnover. And they keep asking me, what kind of turnover is that? But when you trace your turnover up to level 10 and multiply it by these 3% from the income, you will understand how much you can make. You will get the idea. The only downside here is that the limitation in this marketing plan is $5,000 per day. Who would like to make $5,000 per day? How much would it bring you per month? We have good mathematicians here who can count it. It's $110,000 per month. Okay, the slide is gone, but still it's just 3%. $110,000 per month. How much would it be in rubles? 8 million rubles. Cool, ain't it? People who are at star 8, those are millionaires. The only thing you have to know here, and it's mandatory, you have to have 3 branches in your first line of involving people that you're going to grow and develop, who are going to pursue you marketing-wise. So in order to get to start 10, it's not only personal deposit that you should have, as per this graph, but you have to have qualified people, 2 persons with star 3 and 1 guy with star 4 at level 9. It's people who have to grow up to star 10, 5, and at level 10 it's 1 person up to star 6 and 2 persons up to star 5. Starting from level 5, you start getting premiums or bonuses, benefits from the company. First it's 500, then it's 10,000, 1,000, then it's 5,000, then it's 10,000, then it's $15,000, which are good money. So when you get to level 8, you can afford not only a good income per month, but also a premium to take some trip. However, the pandemic makes it, belittles it or casts a pall over it, but still, it could be quite a gift to you. At level 9, it's at $10,000. You could buy a car. You can use the car program for 35% and buy this car. And if you're at level 10, these people can buy an apartment. They can use it could be a small apartment initially, but this would pave the way to you having an apartment of your own. I have some people who are still renting apartments, or who are living under appalling conditions, who are yearning to stop roughing in it and move apartments, move to a better place. It doesn't matter what kind of star you are, star 8 or star 10. It's not what they are supposed to signify. They are to show that they improve your quality of life. I've been working here for a year, but the company has given me 3 cars. And the reason why it happens is because I have a cool team, people who have stuck with me. And today, these are the people who are very successful. You may have seen them on the videos, who are also recording their videos. Those are leaders in their own towns, who's got their success stories in Moscow. We once did a little event where 10 star 10 leaders share their stories and their stories of success and their techniques, and then I got feedback for this event, and many people said that they had liked the heck out of it, like Yuri Gamayev and others. It was received very warmly. This was in Moscow. It was attended by over 100 people, and all those people came from Krasnoyarsk, from Irkutsk, Ulан-Ude, all the way down to Moscow, 3,000 kilometers away from here. Okay, now we cover the city marketing. I would like to tell you that as of yesterday, the company introduced the new marketing strategy. And this may... Please show me the slide, the right slide. Okay, no slide. So now the network director, I have a network director. Go, 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 go. Okay, I confused my orders. This is why it's taken them quite a while to find the right slide. So we have the director of the network, vice president, president, and councilor. It's not a far future for you. No, it's closer than you may think. Even today, when you are a star 5 or star 7, you have to be sure that you at some point will be a star 10. You have to get stars in your star people on your team too. It's great to see your people achieve new stars, or to see your partners get apartments, get cars, and then get their well-deserved rest, because they are a very, very positive crowd, and they have some joy and some happiness to share. So you can study that. The bottom line here, you have to have a bigger personal account, a CBS1 deposit, and a turnover of 5 million, 10 million, 15 million, and 30 million, in different branches with 10 star persons in it. And it's not necessary for them to be in the first line. You just have different lines, even somewhere way down. And here we can see a higher daily limit. Many top leaders have the limit because it was $5,000 per day, and this is where you get a chance to make $10,000 per day, $15,000 per day, $20,000, $30,000 per day in terms of the turnover, in terms of the cashback service, and in terms of the STI, CTI. A question came to me in the chat about marketing. How do we calculate it? It's different for CBS One, and it's a different one for CTI. However, the turnover in these two programs is shared. It's mutual. It's one of this. It's collective. So to be in CBS One and to be in CTI, you have to have a personal deposit, which is given in this table graph. And if you have a personal deposit, you start to make these 3% off of the number of levels, which coincide with your status. Hope it's clear because many questions have been asked. Next, CBS One. It's kind of under talked about, not talked about, but you have to focus on the service. You have to give it a shot. It's very cool. Kirill referred to it in passing, or he said very little about it. But when you're going to a store and then you just get the receipt and you scan it, and the salesperson asks you and you say, I get a cashback of 15 to 25% from it, and they ask you, tell me more about it. And this is how your network of consumer expands. This helps you catch the attention of new people and build a chain of consumers using different programs. Two more programs have been presented today. Do you think I have people who have already bought a car, bought an apartment, cashback, service users? Do you think they will be open to the new programs? Not all of them, maybe, but some of them will go for them for sure. I have 25,000 people now on my team, and I know when the two new products come out, some of these people will automatically jump on those new products. And what do you get from it? 5% off of your personal site and 3% off of the turnover of the whole network. It's big bucks or big rubles. I have never been paid as much as I am paid by Finico. And I think many of you partnering with Finico are receiving lots of as much money as you've never seen before. Since the company has plans for the next 25 years, maybe you can now set up a business, like as by way of achieving a dream, if it's something that will really drive you, where you can use the money for charity. You can help children with this money. When you have money, you can do anything you want, and this kind of sets free a lot, leaves room for more activities when you don't have to think about making money to take your children somewhere, to pay for their tuition, or to buy groceries in the store and some other things. You can spend this time with your family. Now we go and visit different children. It's so cool. So CBS One. Now, I did the math. I won't redo it here, but if you look at it like a game, initially when you have a deposit of $20,000 monthly, that's a deposit of 6%. You have it. You get 6% and cash back. If it starts 10, this is what I have. 25 plus 6, it's 31% per month. It's only 15% if you're just starting and you got zero status with the company. 15 plus 6 is 21% per month, which is cool. Receipts. What are receipts? Some say, I don't spend as much money. It doesn't matter. First, you have to look at it as a game, because you have people who make purchases. You have their First, you start uploading these receipts, and then, trust me, you will start spending more, and the cashback deposit will not be enough for you at some point because you have to take your level of consumption up a notch. $100 per month, $500 per month. Well, spend more. Spend 500 instead of $100 when you're shopping for something without really caring about the price tags on them. When you're shopping, buying a piece of furniture without caring how much it costs. Buy it, scan the receipt, and then upload it. One example, by way of wrapping up, and it was very inspiring for my partners, this example. My youngest son enrolled into university, and it's $120,000 per year that we have to pay. School used to have this discipline. It was called TRIS. Do you still remember it? Also, there are people as old as me who still remember it. It was called the creative solutions to tasks. So when you know how to solve it, it's one thing. There is a solution, but you can create many other solutions to create the same task, which would be more creative. So what I did was I decided it was 7 months. It was a year back then. No, 7 months. I can pay now. I know I have this money. I can pay now. But if I put this money there, I will just have to pay 35% off of that amount. It's only 36,000 rubles. This is just one of the benefits. The second thing. Okay, 2 semesters were covered, 60,000 each. So over the year, I will still pay 120,000, and my cashback is 25%. So the first program was the product life. Second, CBS 1. I paid 120,000 rubles, and I got a 25% cashback of 30,000 rubles. How much do I think I spent? Only 6,000 rubles. Instead of 120,000 rubles. How much is that in percent? 5. Only 5%. 5%, huh? Well, it can apply to anything. Some of you may want to take care of their teeth, or someone who is older than 40. There's also always some work to be done. Or it can be a trip, or buying a new fridge, or buying new furniture. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you all have a fertile imagination. And you can do it all for 5%. You will still keep the quality of life that you want, but you will spend 5%. But if you keep spending as much as you want now, imagine how much your quality of life will improve. It can be by 20%. If it's only 15%. So it's like a miracle. And the Finico team has made this miracle a reality. We live in this reality. Sometimes we're looked at like as though we were fools or idiots. But we will get the last laugh. But we live it up, living it lavishly. Well, and we can afford a lot of things. And we have this last slide, October promo. Any of you drive a Mercedes, a Merc? I saw 3 arms. Only 3 persons own a Mercedes here. Who would like to own a Merc here? So this fall promo, autumn promo, and I mean the company offers a promo every month. I think Zygmunt is like a Santa Claus who is giving away gifts every month. In my family, has bought trips to Thailand, Turkey, to buy. What about the number of phones you have? No, just they keep giving us iPhones. I think I have seen 11 of those iPhones. I mean, and AirPods. It's also their gifts, but it's based on those parameters: index CTI and CBS1. If you have the right turnover for a month. Personal recommendations in the first line. Stable promo. Irina, I think, remembers so when we were first starting this stable promo. Back then, it seemed like a lot of money to us, $200. Yeah, this was the amount that we were paid. We were so happy. And now, I no, I get the people who are doing their first promo and get paid $200. We've been there. We've been paid the same thing, and you get that like on this first or second day of the following month, so it doesn't take long. The next gift is a watch, which costs 15,000 CFR. Apple Watch Series 6. Maybe somebody really wants it. If you don't need it, or if you have it, you can always give it away as a gift to the ones you hold dear. So it means you will have gifts for your kinfolks for many, many months to come. The next slide shows you iPhone 11. $30,000 in the first line, and you get an iPhone. Now the CTI index is $3,000 at 10 people. You have to have a turnover, and you have to reach a star 10, and then you get a phone. Next, iPad 11, and the next one is iPad 12. Yesterday, I don't remember what it was, but I remember I got iPad 12 Pro for my August promo. I gave it to my husband because he has the hearts for it. And this is the Merc, $500,000 of turnover. Our company is very good at its gifts. And one of the last cars that I got was Porsche Macan. But the company let us change it because we just, we wanted, because I think a Porsche is for young people who like to drive fast. So we took a Mercedes. So if you don't have a Mercedes, you can get one like that by working a little bit harder this month. And you'll get this cool thing. It will be part of your family. If you don't need it, you can give it away as a gift to make them happy. Finico is has such a big heart in terms of its marketing, and it gives you lots of products. See, there have been many companies that have been copying us, and bad things are not copied. But the biggest quality of Kirill is he doesn't care who copies who emulates who, because he has a goal for his company of moving forward and progressing forward and coming up with cool products. Use them. Share information with people so they can be as happy as we are with Finico. Thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for sticking around for so long. Thank you very much. Those who didn't want to do it, they're back home. Thank you.